feel it sinking in. Don't let faces say you need a friend. No matter the distance, I will always be there. No more. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. How are you? I hope doing okay. Let's see what I'm up to today. We are going to be casting in this mold. Is that a thinker? That is a thinker mold. And this mold. Anybody see where I'm going with this? And this mold. That's going to spell love. This is another Valentine's Day creation, and I think you're going to love this one. Okay, I have my resin sitting in my resiner's bubble machine, getting the bubbles out of it. And I have a little bit of resin left over right here in this cup that I had prior. I just made something like a little keychain, and I had some resin left over. So I'm just going to throw these little little pieces of greenery down into the resin and let them be soaking the resin up. So that way, hopefully, we won't get any bubbles forming on them. Now I have some flowers over here to the side, and I think they're going to work perfectly for our creation here. I have some pretty pink flowers here, and these are artificial flowers, but they look just as pretty inside resin. And I'm just going to pick out a few of them and turn them upside down so the petals are inside the resin, soaking that resin up. I also have some white ones that we're going to be getting a few out. Here they are. I'm going to go through here and pick out a few of these as well and turn them upside down in the cup so they can be soaking up that resin as well. Isn't that beautiful? I love the ones that have 2 flowers on the stick. How's everyone doing today? I hope everyone's doing okay. I'm doing pretty good. The snow finally stopped, and it's supposed to be 14 degrees tonight. So I hope no more rain's coming, but I'm pretty sure the snow will probably be here until Monday. So yeah, that's the forecast my way. Okay, here's our resin, and I am using the Bond Crafter epoxy resin. It's a 1-to-1, which means it has a part A and a part B. And here's the resiner's bubble machine that I'm using. I just place my cup down in it, turn it on for 5 minutes, and it gets the bubbles out. I do have a link in my description box, a discount code if you would like to treat yourself to that resiner's bubble machine. And they do have a new one out now that's called the Airless Pro. And I will be reviewing that soon. And I'm excited too. So we're going to check that one out real soon as well. Now I spritzed a little bit of alcohol down into my mold, and that's to help with the bubbles. Just spritz a little bit. I'm using 91% alcohol. You can use 100% or 91%. I wouldn't use anything less than that because it has too much water in it, and resin doesn't like water. So I'm just going to go ahead and finish pouring a little bit of resin down into my molds. I'm not filling the molds up. I'm only going about halfway in each mold, because we're going to be laying our flowers out in this resin, and then I'm going to be going in another. When this cures, we'll go, well, I'm not going to let it fully cure. I'm going to let it cure for about 5 hours, and then I'm going to go in with another step. Okay, I think that's probably all the resin we're going to be adding to them, but I want a little bit of glitter in them. And I should have added it to my cup, but I forgot to add it before I put the resin in the bubble machine, and I didn't want to stir, a bunch of bubbles up in my cup after I'd just gotten them out. So this is going to be my solution to that. I'm going to drop just a little bit of resin down into each mold right on top of the resin. And then I'll take a little tool and I'll just move real slow through the resin and get it distributed evenly throughout the resin and the mold. And I'm tapping the stick very lightly because I'm very heavy-handed. I'm also heavy on my foot, which is why I got 9 speeding tickets one year and had my license suspended. That was years ago, but yeah, I learned my lesson on that one. I just use my cruise control from now on, and I haven't had a speeding ticket in years. But I'm heavy handed and my foot's heavy. So I take that, I put a little bit of glitter in the cup just in case I was to spill it. Not much is going to spill. So I just tap the little spoon just to get a little bit in there. Now we're going to go ahead and go in with our flowers. Now I'm going to be putting some greenery down on the bottom. I'm pulling it out of the cup right now, and I'm going to take my heat gun and run it over it a little bit to get the extra resin off of it and to maybe pop some of the bubbles. Then I'm going to spritz it with just a little bit of alcohol and then place it down into my mold. Now I want it to appear when we demold it like there's grass at the bottom of our letters and the flowers are growing out of the grass. That's the look I'm going for. Now, whether we achieve that or not, I don't know. We'll have to wait the end of the video to find out. But I'm placing the greenery down in the bottom here. Now, we need a little bit more to go over there where the L curls at. So I'm going to cut a little bit off of one of these and we'll stick it down in there. And then that way, all of it will be covered. There we go. And it's still a little bit in the center there that doesn't have anything in it, but we'll fix that here in a little bit. I sped this part of the video up because it did take me a little while to get all the flowers in there. But you don't miss anything. I didn't cut anything out of the video. And I'll talk you through every bit of it. I spritzed some more alcohol on that little piece of greenery. And I'm going to push it all the way to the front of the mold where our thinker's feet is at. And now we need one more piece because that's in the left foot. This needs to go in the right foot of our thinker. And that'll fill the bottom up for the grass part. And I'm just pushing it down all the way to the front of the mold. And now let's go ahead and go in with some flowers here. Now I'm choosing the ones that have the long stem because we want the stem to go all the way behind our grass so you can't see the stem from the front, if that makes sense. And that way it will appear that the flowers are growing from the grass. Now the one I just added in there, I'm going to trim the top of the little stick off so you can't see it. And then we're going to run the stem behind the pink bud there so you won't be able to see that. It'll look like the white bud is growing off of the pink bud. And I used my heat gun to pop any of the surface bubbles. Now let's move on over here to the V. I'm going to grab to the E. Now the E, we're going to have to do it the same way we done the L. We'll need some greenery where the E curls up at, and we'll need to put some right here where I'm placing it now. And I just pulled both of them close to each other so it looks full right there in the center. And now I'm going to place this greenery down into the bottom of the V. And then we'll place a pink flower in there and a white flower on the other side. And then we'll trim the stems off. But we want to make sure they go down into the grass so you can't see it from the front. And now let's put a pink flower over here. I'm going to bend the stem so we can curl it into the center of the E. And now I'm going to bend another pink one, and I'm going to bring it up top there so we can have a flower coming out of the top of the E. And I'm going to take the stick and run it behind the other petal so you can't see it. And I'm going to trim a little bit of it off. And now that looks perfect. If it'll stay that way. I'm going to put one more piece of, one more flower in the V. Yes, that looks really good. Let's see if we can get these to go somewhere. Let's take this one and I'm going to bend it a little bit. See if we can get it to work right there. It's not looking right. I'm going to take it and I'm going to trim. No, I guess I'm not going to trim the stem off of it. I think I got it to work behind the other flower. Yeah, I hid the stem behind that other flower there. So now we have a flower inside the thinker's head. And then I put another white flower there. Now I dropped this into the video because I wanted to know if you guys wanted to do this with me, if y'all would be interested in this. It has 6 reusable silicone molds that are flower molds, and it has clay in it. And you can embellish your earrings with clay pieces. I thought we might make some clay earrings with some clay flowers. Or we could do some resin earrings and make the clay flowers to go on the resin earrings. Would y'all be interested in doing that with me? Let me know. I got this from my local Hobby Lobby store for $16.99. I didn't pay that for it. It was 40% off of that. So I got it at a really good price, but it looks a whole lot of fun. I don't know anything about clay, so it will totally be something new to me. Let me know if y'all will be interested. Now we're back, and it's been 5 hours, so I mixed up some more resin. I mixed up 80 mils because we don't need a whole lot. And now I'm going to go ahead, I spritz some alcohol in the mold, and that's to help with the bubbles. And now we're going to go ahead and pour our resin into the mold. And I chose my Cayman's Kea alcohol inks to go in behind the flowers. And I chose the pinkish color ones because I thought that was fitting for Valentine's Day. And these are beautiful alcohol inks. And now we're going to see if it's going to change that effect any. If you've been watching my channel, I've been playing with these alcohol inks, and they've, they come to the front. They sink to the front. And that's okay. It looks pretty that way. It's not a big deal. But I'm trying to see if I can get more of a look where they're not sinking all the way to the front. So we haven't tried this yet. We're going to try to place the inks in and not pour any resin over the inks. And let's see what we get this time. Because every other time I have poured resin behind the inks, and it made them drop a little bit, which I love that look too. That's one of my favorite looks with alcohol inks, is dropping resin behind them, because it sinks the inks and they do all kinds of cool things. But these inks are a little bit different. So I'm just trying to figure out some different ways to make them look beautiful in resin. And I'm really being light on the colors. I only put a few drops of each color. And these Cayman's Kea alcohol inks came in a kit of 4. I got them from Amazon for $25.99, I believe. Now I'm going to take my heat gun and I'm just going to run it through the resin and pop any of the surface bubbles. Now we're going to spritz it with some alcohol, and then we're going to cover it, and I'll meet you back when it's time to demold it. Okay, we are back, you guys. It's demold time, and I'm super excited to see what we've got here. Let's go ahead and get the L out and take a look at it. I'm so excited to see what these inks did this time. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that, you guys. I absolutely love this. Look at it from the side. The inks look so much better this time. It's beautiful. I love it. I love the subtleness of it in the back. It's so pretty. Oh, I can't wait to get this thinker out. I hope all of them turn out good. Which they do, because I've already had a peekaroo. Okay, that was kind of hard to get out, but we got it. Here we go. Y'all ready? Oh my goodness, look at that. Now, I did not put these in my pressure pot. This is strictly from the Resiners bubble machine and to the mold. And these turned out gorgeous. So pretty. I love, love, love this thinker. Look at those alcohol inks. They look so good behind those flowers. Now let's get our V out and take a look at it. Now this V, these letters right here are really made to glue down on like a tray or whatever you want to glue them on. They're really not made to stand on their own, although most of them will stand on their own. Here's the V, and it turned out really pretty. The only thing is the V doesn't want to sit up very well. And if you'll pay attention to how it's designed, the left side of the V is a lot fatter and bigger than the right side. So the weight is off on it. Okay, I threw this in the video because I had a lot of people asking me about the mini verses. This is one of the mini verses that I get. This one's $12.99. It's one of the new ones, the Make It appliances. My daughter got me this one. And she knew I wanted one, and I couldn't find them anywhere. But this, you can collect 8 of these, and here's 3 of them that you can get, but you don't know what you're going to get till you open the little ball. But you find them in your toy department at your local Walmart. But a lot of my subscribers said you can get them on Amazon too. I don't buy mine on Amazon because I like to go to the store and pick mine out myself. But that's totally up to you. But I just want to throw this in here to let everybody know. And they're a lot of fun. Okay, now back to the V. See, it doesn't want to sit up. So we're going to have to figure out some way to make it a little bit more level. Now let's get our E out and take a look at it. And thank God the E was not backwards on this one. And here it is. The E turned out so pretty. I love how the flowers look in this one. And I'm glad I decided to bend it and make it go into the top of the E, because it really turned out very beautiful. Look how clear they look. I really am enjoying this Bond Crafter epoxy resin. Now, you guys, I made a hat for our thinker. Look at it. I put this little sponge underneath it so I could hold on to it while I put the glue on it and dipped it in the glitter. And I had to do it a few times. And then I took my Krylon paint spray in clear gloss and I sprayed the glitter to keep it from going everywhere and to seal it on the hat. And I'm just going to trim off some of the glue there where it was hanging onto my little sponge. Now let's look at it. Stop it. That is too cute. Oh, that is too cute. See, I just took the hat and put it on this little sponge right here because I couldn't find anything to hold the hat while I was brushing the glue on it, and I kept getting it on my fingers, and then I kept taking the glitter off of the hat every time I would hold it with my fingers. So that's how I was able to get it to work. Now, y'all know I couldn't leave that cowgirl hat plain. Y'all know I couldn't do it. So I got this right here, and I made a little chain to go around the hat. And that's not all I did. I got a feather, a pink feather. We're going to put that through the chain right there. Isn't that cute? Oh, I love it. I love it. And then I have this half moon right here, if I can get it up off of my table. And I thought it would be fitting, you know, I love you to the moon. Isn't that cute? So we're going to take a little bit of hot glue and glue our feather on there. And then to hide the glue dot, we're going to put the half moon on top of the glue dot. And that will seal everything on the hat. I'm just trying to see where I want to place the half moon before I take the feather off and add the glue dot. So I think it's going to work best right here for how I want to place the hat on the thinker's head. You know, because the cowboy hats, they're always leaning just a little bit and tipped down. So that's how we're going to do it on our thinker. Now I'm going to try to grab the half moon really fast before our glue dries. I can't get it up off the table, y'all. Now I'm going to go ahead and hurry up and stick it on there and hold some pressure on it. Okay, now I think it's on there. It looks so cute. I love it. Now let's see how I'm going to place it on the thinker. Something like that. A little bit more tilt to it. There we go. Now I'm going to get some of the glue and put it on top of the thinker's head. I'm sorry, poor thinker. I know. I'm sorry. The sting will be over in a minute. I think we need to put a little bit of glue in the hat too. So I'm going to put a little bit in here as well. Now, I got to get this right because that glue is going to dry fast on me. I want to lean it just a little and tilt it to the front. That's perfect. Yes, love it. I love it. Oh, we got to find something for our V. Okay, I found something, y'all. See, I'm trying to show you the bottom of it. It's just wanting to fall. So, I found this angel in my hand right here. Isn't it cute? And it'll match what we made. And I thought we'd perch its little hands right there and glue its legs and one of its hands onto the V. And hopefully that'll put enough weight over here on this side to make our V stand up. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. Not much because you don't want to be able to see the glue. You want it hidden. I think that's going to work out good right there. Now I'm going to put a little bit underneath its hand right here. So I'm going to push it to the front a little. Put a little dab of that glue. Not much, just a little bit. I'm going to get that stream off of it so it don't attach to our letter. And now I'm going to push the angel's hand down. There we go. That looks so stinking cute. Oh, come on, stand up now. Thank goodness. Okay, y'all want to go take a look down and look at it a little bit closer? Let me take my battery off of my glue gun so it doesn't start dripping glue. And here it is. Isn't that so cute? I love our thinker. She is too pretty. She is sassy, y'all. She's got it going on. Well, let me know what y'all think about this. I think it turned out beautiful. I still need to dome the back of my letters, and that's just put a little coat of resin on the back of them. And I'll probably end up doming the front of them too, because I just love that look, you know, the gloss that resin gives a piece. Well, it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye, and I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends. But I will guide you fight your battles always by yourself. In the shadows, you cry for help.